A crypto tsunami is coming. The tide gets pulled back hard to help build the wave that no one sees coming. We are in the midst of the tide getting sucked in. That's what a bear market is. But rest assured, the tsunami is coming and it's going to be bigger than ever. Hey folks, welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today I want to talk about the crypto tsunami that is coming. It's not only going to affect the cryptocurrency markets, but it's also going to affect the stock market too as well. Now, before I get into this, folks, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing information, giving my thoughts and my opinions on that information. If you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and also the about section of YouTube. Alright folks, I want to talk about the tsunami that is coming. And recently I've had a conversation with Maria Conwell about this, and we had a very good conversation about this tsunami. All the signs are here. And if you guys remember going back to my video and talk about how actually there was going to be a pullback first. And before the tidal wave hits, okay, what happens? As you can see here in this picture, and you've probably seen it in the movies. And what happens is that when a tidal wave is coming in, one of the first things that happens is what? All the water that's on the shore, it begins to recede or go back out into the ocean. That means a pullback. Okay, and I believe that's what we're getting ready to see here. And one of the things that I realized is that the pullback was already here. And if you look at the year to date for Bitcoin, it's actually down $25,924. If you go back to its peak in November, it's actually lost over $46,000 of value since its November peak. And we have been discussing here on this channel, and I've been sharing with you guys, especially if you're on the Discord or on the Patreon or on the TC Watch group, about all these different events that are taking place. Right? We have the Celsius, the 3 Arrows, Voyager, all these bad loans, right? The miner capitulation, right? The miners are not making any money. They're selling off equipment. Some of them are going to have to sell off a lot of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does not go up here pretty soon, a lot of these Bitcoin miners are going to go under because it's not worth mining Bitcoin. And Bitcoin mining equipment is at its cheapest it has been in a very, very long time. The quote that I read you from was from Ben Armstrong, BitBoy Crypto, and this is kind of what the alarms went off for Maria Conwell as she shared with me. And he says here, a crypto tsunami is coming, the tide gets pulled back, hard to help build the wave that no one sees coming. We are in the midst of the tide getting sucked in. That's what a bear market is, but rest assured the tsunami is coming, it's going to be bigger than ever. And that was on June 30th of 2022. And so when she saw this was her confirmation that this was coming. And I believe that BitBoy Crypto is one of the people that she does keep up with. And so this was a confirmation for her that this tsunami was coming. Bitcoin faces Mt. Gox Black Swan as trustee prepares to unlock 150,000 BTC. The prospect of a rumor 150K BTC flooding the market gets real as Mt. Gox creditors choose how much money to receive in cash, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Now, if you guys remember what Mt. Gox is, remember the video I showed you guys when Bitcoin crashed to zero back in 2011? And this is the video here, where this was a flash crash and actually went to a penny. All right, so this has happened. And so all this event that happened back in 2011, now they're getting ready to pay back all the people that were affected by that. Now, this is the thing. They can get it in cash or in BTC or Bitcoin Cash. You know, back then, Bitcoin was a lot cheaper. So I don't know exactly how it's all going to take place. But so it says here that some of the recipients of these could instantly sell large amounts of BTC on the market. So if somebody got paid back 1,000 Bitcoin and they just wanted to get rid of it, then they would just dump it all into the market all at once. So they have three choices: cash, Bitcoin, or Bitcoin Cash. So keep that in mind too. If people decide to get it in Bitcoin Cash, they might decide to cash out their Bitcoin Cash. So like I said, we had all these issues with Celsius. I mean, first it was Luna, then UST, right? Celsius, Voyager, Three Arrows Capital, and all these bad loans, the miner capitulation. And you see how these things are just building and building. I'm still seeing some YouTubers saying that we're almost out of this crypto bear market, and that is not true at all whatsoever. There's too many issues, and then you have regulations that are coming too as well, which they've placed on hold for the time being, from what it looks like from the United States. But let's go back to her prophetic word dealing with these two tidal waves. Now, this was October the 18th of 2021, and this was posted on Z3. I was awakened early in the morning this past week on Thursday and asked the Lord why I was awakened. Then he showed me a vision of a double tidal wave in the middle of the ocean, two tidal waves 20 feet high, back to back in the middle of the ocean. If a tidal wave is in the middle of the ocean, it is usually just a few hours before it comes to shore or lands. In God's timing, this may speak and confirm also the double portion of blessings landing upon the remnant as well as timing. It is on the way. Also, tidal waves in the middle of the ocean are just a prelude of their appearance when they land. 20 feet would appear as 200 feet and so on. Again, a doubling effect. Now, one of the things that I pointed out is that we've seen Bitcoin hover around that 20,000 mark, right? Going below it, above it, staying around it for the last month. And so one of the things to keep in mind, that we're going to experience these waves. This is part of the Shiba Inu. We'll tell my people to reach $1 and then $13. And we could very well see the $1 in the first wave and the $13 in the second wave. Right? But the pullback has to happen first. And that's what we are experiencing right now. And it's not done. It is not done. And so there's going to be great opportunities for a lot of these different cryptocurrencies when the actual pullback all the way down to zero occurs. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go back over Maria Conwell's Red Tsunami. This is from onesmallflame.com, posted on February the 24th. I received this dream overnight and interpretation this morning and believe this is the time of the essence in releasing it. I'd been praying about the Red Sea moment in the crypto market, and this is what the Lord showed me. In my dream, I saw what seemed to be a tsunami wave. When I looked at it, it was 3 stories high and blood red in color. This wave was only a line, though, and looked more what liquid blood would look like if it fell straight down from a faucet position 3 stories up. Also, this image was positioned in my dream just across the street from me, and I ran from house to house, warning my friends and family to get out before the wave hit. And she said here, the Red Tsunami wave represents a drop in the price of BTC. It looked to be a straight drop from about 3 stories up, which might represent a drop from 30K to a bottom of almost 0. Okay, so what she saw was it was a different type of wave. It wasn't your normal wave like in the other waves, what a real tsunami wave looks like. All right, this was straight down. So this is a different type of tsunami that's going to be coming straight down. And we were at already around that 30 to 35,000 mark for a while too as well. and then we dropped down to the 17,600 mark. And so there is a possibility, and I think that Bitcoin is going to try to come back up, and then it's going to eventually crash. Right? However it works out, eventually it will go to zero, I believe. And this was another prophecy that was posted on May the 18th of 2022 from Maria Conwell's website, onesmallflame.com. And she said here, "The Lord showed me an immediate drop in July from 10K to zero, then right back up to 10K. He didn't show me anything else I didn't want to share, but he insisted. I asked if this was for stocks or BTC. He said this is BTC and stocks will follow. Pray about which July. Pray for the wealth transfer to manifest and all blockages and evil agendas against it be gone in Jesus' name." Right now, she did say, pray to discern what the Lord would have you do in your own individual situation. Now, she did say about praying about which July. I believe that it's this July with everything else that is going on right now. So we're going to see wherever Bitcoin goes from, it's going to go from 10K to zero and then right back up to 10K. So you remember we had that Christopher Harris prophecy dealing with, selling Bitcoin at 10K, putting it into XRP, into other cryptocurrencies like Shiba Inu, XLM. All right, so that's probably one of the reasons why we're going to see Shiba Inu go to $1, because the people that are involved in the wealth transfer will be pouring their money into XRP, Shiba Inu, XLM, and a number other of cryptocurrencies. Now, this is the other thing, and this was a reminder from the Lord posted on her onesmallflame.com. She said, "The Lord asked me to remind you, time is short. The Lord has told me he has to drop Bitcoin first so his people can get in while it's cheap and then bring it up over 100K. So that should be happening soon. Put a buy order on Coinbase Pro for BTC at 10 cents. All right. Now, recently we did hear about Coinbase Pro, that Coinbase was going to get rid of it, but I'm keeping my Bitcoin buy limit orders on Coinbase Pro until they force me to. And so, but we're also putting Bitcoin buy limit orders, not just on Coinbase Pro, but also on Coinbase. And the link to that is down below in the description. And if you guys click on that Coinbase link, that is Maria Conwell's Coinbase referral link. So you're supposed to place them on Coinbase Pro at 10 cents. Now you can place it in USD, USDT on Coinbase Pro. The regular Coinbase, you can only put them on USD and USDT at 10 cents. USDC on there, you can only put, the lowest you could put on the regular Coinbase is $1. Going back to the two tidal waves, folks, I believe that this is our time. Bitcoin is one of the seeds that's going to make this happen for many of us who are able to. All right. Now, I understand that not everybody in every country can do this. They might be restricted, but whatever platforms that you are on, you need to see if you can put it in your native currency, and if it allow you to use USD or USDT or USDC to place orders to Bitcoin. Right now, Christopher Harris has showed us a long time ago where he talked about placing Bitcoin buy limit orders from 1 cent all the way up to $1 on various platforms like Kucoin and Bittrex. He also said it was going to happen on other platforms, and we've discussed this multiple times and went over it in multiple videos. For the platforms that I know that we can, you guys could go check out the Bitcoin buy limit order link down below in the description. So obviously there's going to be a major event that's going to cause this crypto tsunami to come, right? The pullback is already here. We've been experiencing that. Bitcoin reached its all-time high in November of 2021. That's when the pullback was already beginning. And look how long it's taken to get to where it's at now, right? And you guys saw the video, right? The pullback. And then the tsunami comes, right? But those are going to be tsunamis of blessing. The pullback is the prices of everything coming down, right? And those who are involved in the wealth transfer, those who are involved in placing their Bitcoin buy limit orders, those who are involved in investing in Luna Classic, those two seeds, right? When the tsunamis of blessings come, the Bitcoin buy limit orders and the Luna Classic are the seeds to invest in XLM, XRP, Shiba Inu, which is going to cause this massive tidal wave of blessings for God's people. and for those who will listen. But see, this is the thing, folks. This is going to take a little bit of swing trading, right? Because if Bitcoin goes up to 10,000, we're supposed to sell off. Well, that means as soon as you catch your Bitcoin, you're going to have to, I know like myself, I'll be transferring some of that Bitcoin off to a hard wallet. All right. Then I'll be setting most of my Bitcoin up to sell at 10K. Right. And once some of those sell off at 10K, guess what I'll be doing? Resetting up my Bitcoin buy limit orders. Because just as both Maria Conwell and Christopher Harris saw it go from 10K to 0 and back to 10K. Because if we go by what Christopher Harris saw, he saw it go from 0 to 10K. We sell off, then it goes back down to 0. All right, so which means we'll have to set up our Bitcoin buy limit orders once we start selling off at 10K. So you understand the multiplication here, right? And you'll be taking some of those profits from Bitcoin and putting it into XRP, XLM, Shiba Inu. And that's going to be the first wave that comes in, the first tidal wave. And that's just the first tidal wave, folks. So after everything settles and you've sold, and we're at a point where, say, as an example, Shiba Inu is at $1, right? And all these other cryptocurrencies are up at their all-time highs or past their all-time highs, right? And then guess what? There's going to be another pullback because we got another tidal wave coming in, right? So that's why we're going to need to sell off most of our cryptocurrency and get ready for the next wave to come in. That could be a year from now, folks. These things don't happen overnight. So it could be another 3 months before we get the second wave, 6 months, a whole nother year. If we're expecting Bitcoin to go all the way to 100,000, Christopher Harris saw it go from 111,000 to 0. That's not to say it's going to happen instantly, but there's going to be another event that takes place that takes Bitcoin from 111,000 to 0. And just like Maria said, the Lord told me he has to drop BTC first so his people can get in while it's cheap and then bring it up over 100K. Folks, this is a massive amount of wealth, a mass amount of wealth that's going to be multiplied. And you have to follow what God has given you instructed to do and follow the instructions of what we've been shown for the past year. So hopefully you guys are in position. The Bitcoin buy limit order document is down below in the description. Also, you guys need to figure out on your platform for your second seed, which is Luna Classic, whether or not if you can invest in it. A lot of people do believe that it will go down lower than where it's at right now, right? But this is mainly focusing on the two waves in the Bitcoin buy limit orders. I have, in the Bitcoin document, I have a list of videos of how-tos in that document. So whether it's Kucoin, Coinbase, whatever, those videos are down below in the description. You have to take out the time to learn. And time is short. And if you've been messing around and spending time doing other things and watching movies and, watching political stuff and you're not doing this, then you're going to end up losing out. And then it's going to be too late. So anyways, folks, that is all that I have for today. I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.